again and I won it. Always gotta keep it 100. All of y'all know y'all want it.
Okay, so here we are. We are doing brakes on a 2001 Mark IV Jetta. These are the things you're gonna need. A little light, a ratchet. This is a 3/8 ratchet. This is a Schwaben 11-piece brake caliper piston tool. You'll need a 13mm spanner, this is another ratchet, a 13mm socket, a Phillips head, pry bar, a brush, some new brake pads. These are Mintex red box pads, a new rotor, Brembo, anti-seize, a jack, ooh, a little bit foggy, a jack, a stand, what else? Oh, probably one of these, whatever you call that. Yeah, so we just did this one, and you can see brand new rotor, brand new pads. I'm sure, where's the light? So brand new rotor, brand new pads, so it looks good. Let's do the other one, show how it's done. Okay, so first step, we're going to take the wheel off. Well, we're going to loosen the lugs. Then we're going to jack it up. We're going to take the lugs out, take the wheel off, and then we'll go from there. Okay, now we've got to this bit, so we can see that there's your rotor, your pad, your caliper. We're going to undo this bolt here, this retaining bolt, and there's another retaining bolt right here, which we're going to undo. That's going to release the caliper. It's going to allow us access to these pads. Then we're going to take out this retaining screw. That's going to allow us access to take this rotor off. And then we can replace it all and then put it back together. So you can see we do it thusly. We'll hold the spanner here on this bolt, and then you can pull it up here. Shit. Well, you get the idea. Hold this, and then pull this, and that's the count. And done. caliper off, you can see the old pads. The old pad, looking pretty close to getting the bottom. Here's a new pad. See the difference? New and old pad. So probably had it maybe a little bit longer, but at the end of the day, how much are you really saving? Maybe a couple of bucks at most. Might as well just do it now. So you can see the caliper's off. Here's the other pad from the back. Kind of slips in there. So we'll take that out. Boom. There's the other one from the other half. Also really worn. See both of these pads. Pretty worn down. So good job changing them. May have had another 1,000 miles in, maybe. I don't know. But we'll get rid of them. And pads are out. That's the caliper. Now what we'll do is we gotta take this retaining screw out. See, this just comes out. That was a little bit tricky. That was. Sometimes apparently this screw can get stuck in there if it put in too tightly. It really should just be put in very, very easy, 7 foot-pounds or something, because it can be really annoying if you have to drill it out. Okay, as you can see, this little guy should pop out pretty easily now. Yep. Old rotor. Doesn't look too bad, but they're pretty cheap, so we'll may as well replace it all. So, brand new rotor from Brembo. That's just going to go pop in right there. We'll put the retaining screw in, and then we'll actually, you know what, we're going to attack the caliper first. We gotta, this little piston thing has to retract, so we're going to retract it using the schwaben tool. The schwaben tool. Take your schwaben, you're gonna slot it like it's hot. In here, you can see slowly but surely we're winding that piston back in. You can see the piston's retracted all the way back now, so that's good. And we're going to clean it up. with a wire brush. Clean up all the surfaces. Alrighty, new rotor. Gonna go in. Gotta find the piece. Okay, got a new locking nut here. Screw right here to replace the old one. And we're gonna put some anti-seize on this bad boy because I don't want this giving me any problems when I go and replace it. Probably 3 years from now. So worth putting a little anti-seize in there. And then very simply that's it. Not going to tighten it at all. Spins good. Now it's time to put the new pads in. Take the backing tape off. Doesn't matter which order you put these in. They're both the same, so they'll both go in. Doesn't matter which side, which order, as long as they fit. Excellent. Two new nuts. This goes right back in the top here, and then one at the bottom. Alright. So now both screws are tightened up, this one up here and this one down here. Both tightened up, this screws back in, pads are in. So, good to go. We're going to put the wheel on and take it for a drive. Make sure everything's good. Alright, so wheels back on. We're just gonna drop it, torque to spec, put the cap back on, we're good to go. Well, we just went for a test drive and seems good, so we did it. Any questions? Leave them in the comments. I probably made some mistakes, but it's done.